Welcome back to Talking eBay. What I'm doing here is I'm just giving you a quick idea or a quick tutorial on if you find something old like this here. Here is an old Emerson radio. This is an old solid state radio, probably from the 70s, right around there. And it's in very, really good condition. But if you're looking to sell something like this, first of all, you have to make sure it works. And this one, I'm lucky, it does work. It's quite heavy, so make sure you get your weights and your measurements correctly, because I've seen people selling these online, and they're selling them for $30 plus $10 shipping, and there's no way this is going to ship for $10. This is going to ship for a minimum of $20 to $23. It's heavy. It's got a lot of weight to it, and a lot of people just don't know what they're doing when it comes to that. So you have to make sure everything works, and also make sure you get your shipping correctly. Also, when you take your photos, make sure you show the back of everything. Show all what it has to offer. Like the extra output, the antenna connections here, also the power cord. Always show the power cord. Always show everything. If you want to open this up and show the inside internals, you can. It's totally up to you. Some people restore these, but most importantly, show the plug. People don't show the plug because someone can get the item and say, oh, I got the item and the plug was missing. Things like that. You just have to make sure you cover all your bases. Super important. That's really important. But what we're going to do to this radio here, we're just going to give it a quick cleaning. I'm going to show you some of the tools I use to make it look as best as possible to get the most money as possible. Now, you have to also make a video. Show it working. That's important. Play the radio for a few seconds. Doesn't matter if it's music on, because if you stayed on eBay, this is just for demonstration purposes to show it works. You will not have a copyright issue because you're actually really just demonstrating it. That's all you're doing. So that's okay to do. I've done it many times. I've never had an issue. So do that. Now this does have a couple little nicks right here, little scratch, couple things. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I use for my idea. What I do when I get something like this is I get these touch-up pens, and you can get these anywhere, TJ Maxx, Home Good, doesn't really matter, and get as close as you can to the color of the wood. That's the goal. Color of the wood is the goal. You want to make sure you get as close as possible, and I think this one here is pretty close. You can see it's pretty close to it, close enough to fill in these little gaps, and it's just these little extra touches can help you get a little extra money. You can see the little ding right here. I want to show you if I get a close-up, if you can see better right here. Hard to see right here, but I'll just touch that up, and I'll just blend it in with my finger. You touch it up like that, blend it in with your finger, and you can see the little dots and dashes will start disappearing. Another one right here, just a small one. Touch it up like that with your finger, and it helps fill in the divots. It helps keep it. It just makes it look a lot better. Now here's a good one in front. You can see here's a good example. This one right here. Again, just touch it up with the thing, and blend it in with your finger. You can just see how it just disappears. Like that. It looks just as good as new. If you want to, and just keep rubbing it. And that's what I will do. I will go around and I'll make it look as perfect as possible, because sometimes those little things get you a little bit more money. Now this isn't a big dollar item, but I'm going to list this for $50 plus shipping, because I'm going to make it look as good as possible, versus the average sale is around $30 per item plus shipping. Again, a couple more divots here. Grab those, fill those in like that. And that's sort of, that doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but as perfect as possible so it looks decent shape. Now the second thing I do is I try to clean them up a little bit. They need dirt, things like that. Get that out of the way. I use a basic cleaning, nothing fancy, just like a Windex, or you can use just something just to get that, just any dust and dirt off, like that. Go around the front here. Looks like it has a little bit of dirt. And the idea of cleaning everything, so when you sell something like this, you want it to look at, you want to put your best foot forward. So between the photos and the video, you're putting your best foot forward. Just give it a good wipe down. It is old, so people expect it to be old. It's fine. And the last thing I do is I try to, if it's wood, I'll try to put a little polish on it, and that just helps it just have a little better look to it. I know this is, I don't think it's really real wood even. Honestly, it might be real wood, who knows. I'll just get like a little polishing cleaner here. This is nothing fancy. This is the little old English, something a little nothing special. Just a drop on a cloth here, just to give it a little bit of a shine. And when I get done, you'll see how that looks in a second. It just adds a little bit of luster, because a lot of times these do just dry out over age. And we get a shot overhead so you can see better. Hopefully you can see before and after. You can just see how it's just a little dull. And it just gives it a little bit of a pop. That's all it does. And not too much, because you don't want it to go crazy. Just just a light coat. And you can just see it just gives it a little bit of a pop, and it looks a lot better already. And just go around all the wood edges, you know, just to give it a good cleaning. And just a little bit of a shine, a little bit of a luster. That's what I call it. Do the sides, go all around, do all that. And that's pretty much all you have to do. And you can just see how much better already this looks. Now this will dry out. It will just absorb a little bit into the thing. I usually use that just to buff it out. Then a dry side of the cloth and just get it as clean as possible. It's going to make great photos. Add it with a good video, and you're going to sell this for top dollar as long as it works well. And if you have some issues with scratchy knobs, and you turn on the volume and you hear scratching noises and different things, I'm going to give you a quick tip. Here is a tip that I use for almost everything. This is a life changer, guys. I use this Deoxit. Get this on Amazon. Deoxit D5. This here you just spray inside here. It helps, especially with tunings. Now, I wouldn't touch the tuning knob itself. Don't touch the tuning knob, you know, when you change the channels. But any of the treble, bass, and volume, those are usually components that usually get a little cruddy and dirty. I spray a little bit in there, or if you want to open up the back, you can. If you don't have to. Just spray it right behind it. This is what I would do. Let me show you. A little bit comes out, and just tip it to the side so it gets in there. Actually, I gotta get more money out of this. Just like that, doesn't matter. And just turn it around. It'll just seep in the back of it, especially when you tip it on a side. And that'll just get rid of any of the oxidation. That's why they call it Deoxit. And I'll leave a link down below for this one. This stuff is a winner, guys. Definitely pick this stuff up. It's cheap. It lasts a long time. And it makes a huge difference in all that scratchy noises when you get those electronics. That'll stop it. So that's a pro tip for you. And I just wipe it down after. And if you want to pull the knobs off, you can. But usually it just seeps enough in it just to get inside it. It just drops right down in the back. And it shouldn't be a problem. And it should be perfect. So let me just finish giving this a quick clean. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to let you see. I'm going to let you hear how this sounds. Okay, I just want to stop the video here quickly. I want to show you what's actually listed right now, actually active on eBay. You can see here are some of the exact radios that I have. The 31T56 asking $40 plus $9.75 shipping. That's an accident waiting to happen. I'm going to show you in a second what this thing weighs and what it's going to cost me to ship this radio. Again, here's another one here for $38.79. And you can see the trend here, what's going on with these radios here. This guy here, he did a full restore. He replaced everything and he wants $169. I believe he has free shipping again. Whatever. Here's one here for $65. Tuner and wood cabinet, same exact thing. Same, but $10 shipping. Again, another big mistake. Now, the reason why I say that, because you have to know your measurements. I was telling you that beforehand. Now, I want to show you here what I have for measurements. So it's around 14 pounds. Like I said, it's pretty heavy. Now, it's really around 12 pounds, but you have to buffer in the box, and also you have to buffer in packing material, and your costs, your labor, your time. All this stuff is not cheap. So I found the box, roughly 18 by 13 by 12. It's going to cost, I'm going to charge $35. Now, I always do the flat rate shipping. I don't do calculated because it's easier for me. I'll put in, I'm on the East Coast. I'll put in the West Coast for a calculation, the furthest point. And anywhere in the middle, it's roughly around the same, about $10 either way. That way you just covered yourself. You don't have to worry. That way I know exactly if it's, except for Alaska and Hawaii, I do not ship to because it's just too crazy to ship in those places. Just me. So here, so 18, 12, and here are the weight. So 14 by 18, 18, 13, 12 is the shipping. Now, what I would suggest you do is to go to eBay shipping calculator. Just Google that, and right here it comes up. Let's put the weight in together. So 14, so it's 18. Let me get my sizes here. 18, 13, 12, right? And this is just an approximate. This is pretty close. And then we'll put zip codes in. So you can see FedEx Economy, $26, UPS Ground Saver, UPS Advantage, so roughly $30. That's pretty much what it's going to cost. So I'm going to go back here. Again, I'm going to charge $5, a little bit more for my packing and my time, and it's going to be fine. So I listed it the other day when I was making this video for you guys, and it sold within an hour. So that's crazy. I was going to list it for $50, and I thought that was pretty fair, plus the $35 shipping. As you can see, people here charging $39 and $10. It's going to cost them at least $20, $25, maybe $30 to ship that. So they're not going to make any money. They're going to make, after fees, they're going to make like $10. Absolutely stupid. That's why you can't make that mistake. When you make sure your shipping is really calculated. That way, you know exactly what it's going to cost you, because you just never know how it's going to go. They're always changing the shipping fees all the time.
which is quite annoying. So let's go back. I'll show you. So I changed the price. Actually sold it for 75. I raised the price another 25 bucks. I said, this is really clean, really nice. Here's a listing. I told you what I did. I made a video. Here's the video. No copyright, like I told you, no issue. And here are some of the photos. Very detailed information. Had a little scratch in the face. I highlighted that. You can see that. And all around, really clean unit. This thing is sold within an hour. So some people would say, maybe you undersold it. I don't think so. I think I sold it just right. Somebody was waiting for somebody to put one on that was in good condition with the right description, a video that shows it working, and basically say, wow, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And they paid $75 plus $35 shipping. So they paid over $100. I'm going to make a profit and everyone's going to be happy. So you don't have to be greedy. You just have to be smart. So that's just a quick example how this one sold.
Okay guys, I'm just going to show you how this works. It did have an antenna that was included with this item when I got it, so I'm in a lower area here, so I have to put the antenna on, but you can see I turn it on. And you can hear it does work, no problem. Everything works. There's no scratching noises. Your tuner works fine. AM and FM, absolutely fantastic. So this thing works great, sounds great. You can see how beautiful it looks on the top, everything on the sides, everything is super clean. So this is definitely going to command the most money possible. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of Talking eBay. Don't forget to check out my podcast online, Talking eBay, on all the podcasting sites. You can Apple, you name it, it's everywhere. And appreciate it as always. Thanks for watching Talking eBay. And check out those podcasts, and don't forget to like, share on this video. Appreciate it. I'll leave a link for that deoxit. I think you're going to love that. And also, clean your items, make it look as good as possible, make a video, and you'll definitely get the most money. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow me for more videos just like this. Have a great day, and thanks for watching Talking eBay.